There have been so many controversies as of late. We got Tfue suing FaZe Clan, Ziff and Ronaldo cheating in the Fortnite World Cup, getting banned for 2 weeks, then coming back and qualifying. Some of you may have even forgot about the Kreo scamming scandal that went down a few months ago. And don't even get me started on all the controversies that Epic Games has been involved in. Well, I guess I can get started on it because in today's video, we are going to be counting down the craziest controversies of this year. And it has definitely been a great year for scandals and drama. If you guys love that stuff, slap a like on the video. And now without further ado, let's jump straight into the drama. And starting off at number 8, we do have Epic Games coming in. They have done so many controversial things this year. Now the issue with Epic is that they have done so many things that has just caused the community to freak out. To be fair, we could probably make a 20-minute video just going over all the controversial things Epic has done just this year. But for time's sake, we're gonna go ahead and bundle a lot of that stuff together and put it in at number 8. So let's go ahead and jump into a lot of the drama Epic has been involved in this year. Just to name a few, we have the stretched resolution situation where all of the pro players just blew up on them. And it was for a good reason. Professional players and top tier competitive players were using stretched resolution for a good solid 6 to 7 months now. And then out of nowhere, right before the World Cup qualifiers, Epic Games decided to just completely remove stretched resolutions from Fortnite. Then we have the random removal of the pump out of basically nowhere. Now I will say at this moment in time, the meta does seem to be pretty decent. I like the combat shotgun, it's not terrible, but at the time they decided to vault the pump and didn't give us any reason why, so the community just snapped, especially after the siphon situation. Oh, and who could forget when Epic Games failed to pay the players from the Australian Open? I believe it took them almost a year to pay these players from Australia, and at one point they even acted as if it wasn't an Epic Games sponsored event and they weren't responsible for paying the players. And it honestly almost seemed as if those players were not going to get paid unless the community made a very big deal about it, which we did, and eventually the players did get paid after almost a year. How about the unvaulting event? There was a lot of controversy surrounding that. Of course, bringing the drum gun back without even making any changes to it from its previous state when we all knew it was broken. And so on and so forth. I could mention planes, ballers, and other stuff. But I think you guys get the point. Epic has been involved in a lot of controversy this year. And they're definitely not done for this video either. We will bring them up in some other controversies as we move forward, but that wraps up number 8, and let's move on to number 7. We have the Chronic/X/Evade drama. Who could forget when Chronic went up into flames when X tried to sell the team and went on a wild power trip? I definitely have not forgotten, and it seems like it was all caused because of an e-girl, so that's definitely interesting. For those of you who don't remember, X was, I wouldn't say dating, but he was talking to a girl, you know, they were chatting back and forth, having some fun. And let's also not forget that at this time, X had already left Chronic to join Ghost Gaming, leaving Hontao to run everything at Chronic. Now back to how it started. There was 2 members in Evade, one being Holvik and the other one being Yoldi, who said some stuff about X's, you know, friend girl. We'll call her that, friend girl. And X was not happy about it, so he went ape crap all over Chronic. He tried to kick Yoldi and Holvik and threatened the entire team and then tried to sell it, which forced Hontao and all of Chronic at the time to completely rebrand into what we know now today, Evade. It didn't completely end there. There was some aftermath drama which happened a month later between Myth, Evade, and X, where Myth, X, and Sway tried to basically force Evade into a $5,000 playground bet by publicly calling them out and shaming them in front of the entire community. But wisely, Evade decided to stay out of this drama, and for at least now, that has been the end of X Chronic/Evade drama. Moving on now to number 6, we have something more recent, and that's High Sky. Now some would say I should probably just include High Sky in the FaZe and Tfue drama, but I shouldn't, because Highsky's drama initially started around 3 months ago when he was announced to join FaZe and that he was 13 years old. At first, a lot of people questioned it, but there was nothing to go off of. But then FaZe Blaze on a stream with Highsky accidentally said he was 11 years old, and that sparked a ton of controversy. And from that point on, it seemed like most of the community could agree that Highsky probably wasn't 13, but there wasn't legit proof until the Tfue and FaZe situation, where Tfue decided to sue FaZe, and in the lawsuit they stated that FaZe had illegally signed an underage player, and immediately everybody knew that was Highsky. And then 3 weeks later, Highsky got banned on Twitch because you need to be 13 years old to stream there, and then a day later, Highsky came out on his own YouTube channel and told the community that he lied. He is in fact 12 years old. Definitely a crazy controversy. I still do believe Highsky will be fine moving forward. He's one hell of a player, a great content creator. He sure does have a bright future. Let's go ahead and move on now and jump into the 5th craziest controversy of 2019, and we have Kreo. At one point in time, Kreo was regarded as one of the best players in all of Fortnite. He had accumulated over $100,000 in winnings in such a short period. But unfortunately, he was caught up in some shady stuff over the past year. To scratch the surface, he was involved in pretty much anything involving sharing accounts, buying accounts, selling accounts, and account boosting. And in one particular situation with a kid named Noah, he kind of used his influence as a pro player to manipulate him and get him to do stuff for him. Noah definitely looked up to Kreo, so he was willing to listen to him, let him play on his account, gift subscribers to him, and just, do anything he could to be friends with Kreo. And Kreo definitely took advantage of this. This wasn't the only situation though. There was another one involving another kid named Oliver, and Kreo and Oliver were definitely involved in some shady stuff. And in this situation, Oliver and Kreo were also selling, buying, trading accounts. And when a trade went bad between Oliver and Kreo, Kreo wanted his account back. Oliver wouldn't give it back, and due to deleted messages between them, it was hard to tell if Oliver scammed Kreo or not. But in an attempt to get his own account back, Kreo threatened Oliver by saying he would get Oliver's account banned by sending racist stuff to Epic Games. And not only this, he even emailed Oliver's mom, blackmailing him, telling her that her son scammed him and that she owes him money or the account back. And keep in mind, at the time, Oliver was 12 years old and Kreo was 18. Kreo was dropped from Luminosity Gaming and it seemed like his career was in shambles. But he has since made a comeback and is now signed on a new organization. And I wholeheartedly believe that Kreo understands what he did was really bad and he is extremely sorry for it. So big props and shout out to Kreo for understanding his mistakes and turning his career completely around. He's been popping off in the World Cup recently and still has a good chance to qualify. Now moving on to the 4th craziest controversy of the year, we have Dubs. Now Dubs' situation was crazy. Almost the entire community was against him and calling him a cheater after he qualified for the World Cup. Even Tfue was laughing about it on his stream and making tweets at him. So prior to the World Cup qualifiers starting, Dubs was a rising star in the scene, performing really well in cups like Lux, Gauntlet, Scallywag, and more. He was doing really well, but the issue was nobody knew who he was or where he came from. So when he qualified in the first week of the World Cup qualifiers, everybody was shocked. Taking a look at all of the players who qualified out of the first week, we have Bugga from Sentinels, Bizzle from Ghost, Commandment from TSM, Vivid from Liquid, and Cease from 100 Thieves. Every single player is well known and signed to a major organization besides Dubs. And because of this, I think he was an easy target to be pitted as a cheater. Somebody who went by the name of Aspect Dolphin fabricated evidence of Dubs on Discord DMing him about cheats, which eventually showed Dubs buying cheats. But it wasn't Dubs, it was fabricated, fake, it wasn't real DMs. But as I mentioned earlier, the entire community bought into it. Tfue was mocking him, everybody on Twitter and Twitch was going off about it. Well, a couple days went by and everybody assumed Dubs was a cheater, but then, out of nowhere, Aspect Dolphin got banned from Twitter, and Epic Games came out with an official statement and said that Dubs was not cheating. Dubs would then go on to join FaZe and is now regarded as one of the best, if not best player in the entire world. What a crazy controversy. I'm almost sure that Dubs is going to dominate the World Cup Grand Finals, so good luck to him. But now moving on down the list to number 3, Epic Games makes their return. And I'm sure some of you guys have been waiting for it. We have the Revert movement. So a few months back, Epic Games decided to remove a mechanic from casual games called Siphon, which granted 50 health or shield on elimination. And I have never, ever in my life seen an entire community go up in flames over a decision the developers made. Seriously, it was the entire community, including the biggest content creators. We're talking about every massive YouTuber, every huge Twitch streamer. Like, the only person I can think of who was okay with this decision was Tfue, which was shocking, by the way. But Ninja, Lachlan, Muselk, LEA, like anybody you can think of that is huge on YouTube or Twitch was so mad. Daquan, Hamlins, Myth, they were all freaking out on Twitter and flaming Epic Games, saying the game was going to die. Ninja even held a poll on his Twitter asking the community whether or not they liked Siphon or wanted it removed. 90% of 300,000 votes said they wanted it in the game and they didn't understand why Epic made this decision. And thus a Revert movement was created, and for about a month everybody was spamming every single tweet from Epic Games and every single stream from YouTube and Twitch of Epic's saying Revert, Revert, Revert. It's all everybody was saying. Pro players, content creators, the community. But eventually, after a month, it seemed like everybody gave up on it because Epic Games was not budging and they would not revert. Moving on now to the number 2 ranked controversy of the year so far. We have Ziff and Ronaldo's cheating scandal. Oh man, this was a crazy one. During week 3 of the Fortnite World Cup qualifiers, Ziff and Ronaldo both had their friends suicide to them for free points. Ziff ended up placing 2nd overall, and the crazy thing about this whole situation is they didn't even need their friends to suicide for them in order to qualify. They were 2 of the best pro players in the entire world, and if you minus some of those points out that Ziff had from cheating, he still probably would have qualified or would have came very close. So definitely a major controversy, right? 2 huge pro players cheating? That's insane. But on top of that, they got banned by Epic Games, right? But only for 14 days. This allowed them to come back into the World Cup, only missing 2 weeks, and they did end up qualifying as a duo in week 8. And that's when it really blew up, when everyone realized that 2 players who seriously, like legitimately cheated in the Fortnite World Cup, got caught and banned for it, were able to come back and now qualified and will be going to New York to compete in the major event. Epic Games definitely made a controversial decision by only banning them for 14 days, and the community is outraged by it. Even huge community members that are casters for the Fortnite World Cup, like Dr. Lupo, went off on Twitter about this. It's a crazy scandal, and it's not over yet because we are going to see both of them in New York, and there is a chance they could win it all, and my god, would that make this scandal incredible. Of course, in every bad way though. But now, moving on to the final scandal, number 1, you guys know what it is, FaZe vs Tfue. The FaZe and Tfue lawsuit literally came out of nowhere. I woke up and couldn't believe what I was reading. I thought it was a dream. And regardless of whose side you're on or who you think is right, we can all sit here and agree that this is definitely the biggest controversy of the year in all of gaming. We could sit here and argue about it all day, but let's just recognize that this is a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence. Arguably the biggest gamer in the world is suing arguably the biggest gaming organization in the world. It's absolutely nuts, and the alleged claims by Tfue are crazy. He accused FaZe of pressuring him and others to drink while underage. He accused FaZe of signing a pro player illegally because they're underage, which that one did end up being true. He accused FaZe of endangering him and making him do crazy stunts. And then the aftermath of all of the accusations, FaZe Banks going off on his YouTube channel and Twitter. I mean, who wouldn't in his situation? He literally tattooed Code Tfue on his leg. And after that FaZe Banks video, everybody shifted to their side. But then Tfue made his response, show the contract, and guess what? A whole bunch of people started shifting back to Tfue's side. And now it's been a few weeks, everything has settled, but we can't forget that this is a lawsuit. They're potentially going to go to court if they don't settle. Some people think it's over, but it's definitely not. This controversy could go the distance, and it might just be the beginning. And we'll be here to cover it every step of the way, just like I've already covered every single controversy involved in this video. I want to say thank you so much to every single one of you guys who has tuned into my videos throughout the year and have made this possible. You guys truly are amazing. Like, for real, if you're watching this video right now and you enjoy my content, you're the best, man. Like, you guys made this channel. You made me. Without you, I'm nothing. So thank you so much. Have an amazing day, guys. If you're competing in the World Cup, I really hope a lot of you qualify. And if you're not, I hope you have a great day. Seriously, thank you for watching, guys. I'm out of here. Peace.